Welcome. Thank you so much for being here on our first Monday's mindfulness practice. My name is Holly, and I'm here on behalf of Respite Care Association of Wisconsin. I'm a certified yoga and meditation instructor. I've been teaching for about 10 years and practicing for about 20. The meditation that I teach is within the yogic tradition. And so what we're doing is essentially observing ourselves and all of our parts. So we're present with our body, feeling, witnessing, experiencing our body, watching our breath, our breathing. We're aware of our mind, our thoughts. We were just chatting about that a little before we started. The mind moves, the mind's always going to be moving. We're making peace with that, and we're just watching it kind of do what it does without attaching. We'll um, o- observe our emotional state. So, any kind of emotions that come up, we just acknowledge them. I feel sad. I feel peaceful. I feel joyful. I feel hurt. Whatever it might be, we can just acknowledge that. We're witnessing without judging. And I think that's an important distinction too. So to say I feel annoyed, that's just an observation about your state. I'm annoyed because this always happens. And when this happens and this happens, then we're starting to add the judgment, right? Or why am I annoyed? That I shouldn't be annoyed or whatever. Then that's when we add in the layer of judgment. So we're really just practicing to stay as an observer. So we're just seeing what is. Oh, my mind is very active today. That's it. So that being said, you can be lying down, you could be sitting. Either way, feel what's holding you. Feel whatever is solid beneath you. The chair underneath your seat, the floor underneath your feet. If you're lying down, whatever support you have there. Feel the way your weight is pressing into that solid support. Make your weight nice and even. So you're not leaning to one side or another, just make it nice and even. And then make your spine nice and long and tall. We're just really kind of making space for our breath to flow in and flow out easily. Shoulders are soft. Arms and hands can be resting wherever they feel comfortable, in your lap, on your thighs, at your side. If they're touching you, though, be aware of them. That's just another nice touch point for your awareness. You can feel the weight of your hands on your thighs, or you can feel the warmth of your hands through your pants. We tuck in our chin just like the tiniest little bit. Just track it towards your neck, and you'll feel how the back of your neck gets nice and long from doing that. Again, just making space for your breath to flow. Soften your eyes, soften your jaw. We're not trying to go anywhere. This isn't a guided visualization. We are truly just being present with ourselves in this moment, no matter what arises. So, that being said, is having your eyes open going to keep you more present, or will having them softly closed keep you more present? And there's no hard and fast rule. You can go back and forth the whole time if that serves. So now we have our bodies in our awareness. We can feel our bodies, we feel our weight, we feel the parts of ourselves that are touching ourselves. We've softened what we can soften: shoulders, jaw, eyes. And then we're going to move into watching our breathing. So for the next 15 minutes or so, our breath is the most fascinating thing on the planet. Along with that, our breath becomes our anchor. So if you notice yourself in your mind taking yourself to the grocery store, or going back to the weekend, or going into next week, you notice that you've left. You notice that you've left the present moment, and just use your breath as your anchor to come back. And you just do that by watching. So just maybe you can hear your breathing. Maybe you're tuning into the gentle expansion with the inhale and the contraction on the exhale. Maybe you're following your breath's journey through your body with your mind's eye. Still aware of our body, aware of the sounds that you hear all around you, aware of the air on your skin, maybe where your clothes are touching you. All the while watching your breath. And the mind moves. That is what minds do. So we're not trying to stop the mind from moving. That's just not where our focus is. We're practicing keeping our focus in our body and on our breath. Losing focus is part of our practice. When we notice we've done so, we come back to our breathing. Feel the solidity of what's ever holding you. Feel the floor under your feet. Soft shoulders, soft jaw, soft eyes. The inhale moves up and out in all directions. There's a tiny pause. And then the exhale contracts down, grounding you to your center. And then there's another little pause. We're just watching all of those parts, or feeling them, or experiencing them. Maybe you can listen. Our theme for this month is self-love. Can we love our mind, even with all of its activity? Can we acknowledge that we're practicing self love just by taking the time for ourselves today to tune in with whatever's going on inside? Anytime we get pulled away from our body and from our breathing, we return. No judgment. You cannot get this practice wrong. We're a little over halfway done. You're doing amazing. Soften your eyes, soften your jaw, soften your forehead, soften your shoulders, long, tall spine, observing your breathing. If you're having a hard time staying present with your breath, or if your mind is overwhelmingly busy, you can think, I am inhaling as you inhale. I am exhaling as you exhale, giving that busy mind a job to do. Feel the way you're being solidly held by the floor, by your furniture. As you move towards your next inhale, make that one a nice big one. And you can let it out audibly if that feels okay to do. Let's take another nice big inhale. Let it out. Gently wiggle your fingers and your toes. And if you want, take a nice big inhale again and give yourself a big stretch. Yeah, awesome. This concludes today's meditation. Thank you so much for joining me. Please stay tuned. I'm going to stop the recording